She's excited. A little groggy right now, but she's excited.
Yes, my dilated eyeballs. Come see. I'm an X-Man. My massive, crazy fear of needles. I hate needles so bad. I may cry. Is it going in my hand or my arm?
You can tell them, but usually your hand.
I don't know. All I know is somebody's about to come stick me. And I'm not real happy about it.
Let me go talk to the anesthesia person, okay?
Okay.
It's me.
She's paranoid, freaking about the IV, so she may need a little oral thing to not have a. She's very afraid of needles.
Okay.
But we're better than most people. Okay.
Well, I'm glad. Wow, that wasn't hard. See my needle? I wish I could see you.
You okay with the IV?
I did amazing.
It's not a big deal, is it?
I'm going to wash around your right eye. Just close both eyes. Keep them closed a minute. I'm just washing.
Tabitha was really afraid of the IV. I have some other friends that are extremely afraid of any needles, but she wasn't given any sedation ahead of time and just talked through it and tolerated it great. A lot of times people mentally make a bigger deal out of it than the actual issue is. So it's really pretty amazing how well this can happen with just some IV sedation. Tabitha, I'm putting the speculum in your eye. This doesn't hurt. You just feel me separating your eyelids. You're going to see a bright light from the microscope. I'm making a small port incision to be able to put an instrument in the eye. There'll be one above and below. She can't feel any of this. Her eye's numbed up with the eye drops. This is a topical anesthetic I'm injecting in the eye that'll help numb the eye up. The viscoelastic fluid is a very thick agent that was created that helps maintain the chamber from collapsing. The Visian ICL is very thin. It shows its convex curvature. I'm loading it into a cartridge so I can inject it through a very small incision. The lens is carefully injected into the anterior chamber of the eye, the front part of the eye. It gently unfolds as it's injected. It's extremely thin as a contact lens. At this point, I will use a small instrument to help position the lens underneath the iris so that the lens sits between the iris and the natural lens. So I'm just using a small instrument to position each of the little foot plates behind the iris, resting on front of the lens. I will then use two instruments to kind of remove the viscoelastic agent that helped maintain the eye firm while I was positioning the lens implant. This whole time, Tabitha is in a relaxed state. She can talk to me, and she feels no discomfort. I'm just checking to make sure each of the little tiny incisions or ports are watertight. I will have Tabitha come back to my office in an hour and I will check her eye pressure to make sure that the little holes that I created allow the fluid in the back of the eye to get to the front of the eye to make sure her eye pressure is not elevated. Those little holes were created in the office with a laser. Everything will be taken apart just like she's a new patient with new equipment, everything rolled in.
-10 -10 degrees.
Tabitha, how you doing? Good? Okay, great. Okay, I want you to just kind of look right into the light there. You all right? She doesn't feel any of that. Her eyes numbed up with drops. It definitely has some advantages that you haven't altered the curvature of the cornea. You haven't thinned the cornea so that down the road, if the patient wanted to have some other kind of technique that might be new and improved, this in theory could be reversed. The lens implant could be extracted and whatever might be better. Here's the lens going in. Look slowly unfold. Sometimes you have to be patient. It's more viscoelastic. This medicine helps to make the pupil smaller. And then I'm going to use these instruments to get the fluid out, the viscoelastic out of the eye. If a patient goes to a doctor and all they have to offer is laser vision correction, then sometimes they'll go ahead and say you're a candidate to have the laser, but they don't have any other choices to offer a patient, and that's where some bad outcomes can occur. Those are just little air bubbles swirling around. And we're through. And I think we did both eyes in about 30 minutes. But that was the perfect case. That's the way we want everybody's to be, and that generally is what it is. We don't always do both eyes on the same sitting. I've done a couple of physicians both eyes because their surgeons don't want to be in a cyclops situation with one eye done and one eye not. It is more disconcerting to do both eyes because there is a small but possibility of a chance of infection. So that's why we make a big point of breaking down the instruments, using a whole new set of instruments, new drapes and everything. So try to lower that chance. But there is a chance of infection. So there is a concern if you do two eyes that could happen. These two cards identify the lens implant. Most people just stick them at home. Nobody's going to go around asking her to present them at any point. But I have that information in my chart.
Okay.
She's going to get two plastic shields. It's important that she puts those on at night so she doesn't get in there and rub her eye while she's asleep. This bottle of eye drops is in this kit, and we already had you get this one. This one we're not using, okay? So it's 2 bottles, 4 times a day. Doesn't matter the order, just matters that you wait a minute between them. So we normally would do breakfast, lunch, dinner, bedtime. Breakfast is behind us, so she'll put a set in at lunch and then dinner time. I'm going to need to meet her back at the office off of Lakeshore in an hour. I need to check her eye pressures, and we'll be able to have a little fun seeing how her vision is at that point.
Is she out in the hall?
No, she's trying. Pull your legs over here. Sit for a second, please. For a second, sit for a second. You okay? You're only going this far.
Part of the reason this eye is not seen as well as your other eyes is just dry, so it'll be seen a lot better tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is just put a lubricating drop in both eyes, and we'll see what your vision is with both eyes together, okay? There you go. Now, can you read that top line? Go ahead.
CAVF.
Good. Keep going.
DFGA.
Good.
ADOC.
Great. Can you do the top line there?
EGAUB.
Great.
FCBDL. OFLC something.
S.
S.
That's 20/30. That's 20/30 vision, and you're right at an hour out of the procedure. You were 10 diopters nearsighted, so that's incredible. So you're already legal to drive without glasses, but you've had a lot of drugs today, so don't drive today, okay? But tomorrow you can drive yourself here for your post-op visit, okay? We'll see you tomorrow. With this good a vision as you have today, I'd be really surprised that you're not 20/25 or 20/20 vision tomorrow. Make sure you tape the plastic shields on at night. We don't want you doing any rubbing. You got to do like a Mr. Magoo kind of thing for a week, okay?
These are my Elvis glasses. They're very cool, very stylish.
And what can you do with both eyes opening?
EVOTZ.
That's 20/20. That's fabulous. For -10 yesterday, that's incredible. The fourth line down is the 2015. Can you do it?
GHPSTZ.
She got it, didn't she? That's great. I can't even really see it. Okay, cover up one eye. And can you read that top line?
TEGADS.
Good. Cover up your other eye and read the line just below it. The second line.
HXFZHG.
That's perfect. Your 20/20 is each eye, and your 2015 was seen with both eyes together. That's incredible. That's why I love the Visian ICL so much. You get such fabulous one-day post-op results. Anybody who had laser vision correction with this degree of myopia would clearly not be in this level of vision. They'd be about 20/60. So because we haven't altered the cornea, there's not as much swelling. It really does great. So you're not going to need to have any laser vision enhancement touch-up because you're exactly on target.
Okay.
It's fabulous. Great. Wear your shields at night. Tell everyone you know how great you're doing, especially people wearing thick glasses. And you're ready to go.
Okay. How long do I need to do my drops?
Oh, you'll be doing them until I see you back in a week. So you don't change anything for the next week, okay?
Okay.